Okay, again, for you guys who weren't in when I did kind of my introduction, my name is Mike Kostoff, and I am the director of the recruiting fairs, recruiting seminars that is sponsored by the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association. I brought the idea to them a couple years ago, and this, hopefully, our goal is to make this a yearly tradition. It will be a yearly tradition. I guarantee that. We'll keep doing this because it's what our athletes and our student athletes, most importantly, need. My experience is 6 years on a college campus, 2 years at Adrian College, Division III school in Michigan, and 4 years at University of Findlay. That's a GLIAC school, so we play Wayne State, Ferris, all those guys. So we're a scholarship school. In my years there, I signed 9 kids to scholarships from Michigan to go play at Findlay. And my experiences with the recruiting process is the process needs to change. Because the reality in what the NCAA is asking and what the college admissions officers are asking for our student athletes has got to be given to our student athletes earlier. We just did this, the surveys on how many of you guys know about the NCAA Clearinghouse. Mostly there was 7 people of this group of 35 athletes who know about it with a real strong yes. Most of them were seniors. We got a lot of juniors on the survey that said they have no idea. Well, as I told the guys before we started about Q2, there is no such thing as the NCAA Clearinghouse anymore. That name changed in June of 2009. It's now called the NCAA Eligibility Center. Same process with the addition of not only do you have academic requirements, but now you also have to have an amateur certification through the NCAA in all sports to play Division I or II NCAA athletics. Even if you walk on and you're not a scholarship athlete like at Wayne State or Ferris or Grand Valley or Saginaw, you still must be cleared by the clearinghouse. Okay? So what I created was a program, an educational program that I believe we need in this state. I believe we need in this nation because as a college recruiter, so many times I walk in, just like these guys are going to walk in and see the seniors tonight. And I ask you one question about yourself that will tell me if I continue recruiting you or I'm done with you as a recruit. And then one question I ask, what is it? What's your GPA? I don't care how fast your 40 time is. I don't care if you're on a 4.11. If you're a 2.0, you're not coming to my school. Not because you're the greatest athlete in the world and MLive says you are. The college admissions officer won't let you in. So you have to understand, for you young kids here, and there's a lot of 9th graders and 10th graders, it's about the GPA. If you have a dream to be a college athlete, you better be a student first. I don't care how good you are. And I recruited a lot of kids where I looked at that transcript. I had a bad 9th grade year, Coach. You had a bad 9th grade and 10th grade year. You can't gain and get back what you lost that first year of your 9th grade year. You guys who are 9th graders, you got about 6 weeks left through your finals. They better be over a 3.0. Because a 2.2, you're never going to be above a 3.0. And I tell this to the young kids because this is the whole message. We get, seniors, I'm sorry, but that's the reality of it. You never see the senior year transcripts in the recruiting process. They're not going to see your senior transcript from January yet. It's not January. You haven't taken your finals yet. The senior year doesn't matter. No college admissions officer from any student sees the senior transcripts. It's about your first 3 years in high school. You can't blow off your 9th grade year. So what I did is I said, this is wrong. And I said to you guys before, my wife said, you got to find a job. So I said, college coaching wasn't it. My 3-month-old daughter was sitting there, and I said, I got to go back to teaching. So I came back to Michigan, and I got a job here teaching, and I started to create this program. So what I did create from what Total Student Athlete, my company, does, I do have a workbook. And this is all in the workbook. So it's basically a workbook for the parents to take through from the freshman year, calculate your GPA every semester. Not only your GPA, but what's your core GPA? Do you guys know what your core GPA means? You young kids, you know what that means? You have to have 2. That's what the NCAA says. So you got to know your core. I don't care what your overall GPA, I need to know your core GPA because there's a difference. So what I'm going to do is take about 15 minutes here to go over the seminar for mostly the young kids. Seniors, I'll help you out a little bit, but as I said, you already kind of cut your teeth. You already kind of cut your mold now with what your transcript's going to tell these guys here in about 15 minutes. And your college high school coaches are here. They already just passed out your transcripts, so the guys know. Okay, so what's the purpose of it? And this is what I kind of challenge the high school coaches and administration to do as I talk to them. Why do we have high school athletics? To win state championships and get our kids, state championship rings and to win our high school games. And that's not the purpose of why we have high school athletics. If we have it for that reason, I say this, get rid of high school athletics and let's go all play AAU. Let's all play AAU because that's what it's going to be about, if it's about winning. And as parents, you know why you do it for your kids. It makes them better human beings. It makes them more quality individuals, better citizens. That's why we have it. So I always say this, what's the purpose? Why would all these parents invest in money in all these camps? I love these kids start 4th grade elite camps and they're in the soccer development Olympic committee, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And I see all these parents, how much money did you invest? Well, you know how much money a scholarship you're going to get in a non-revenue sport like soccer? Well, about 20% of what the school costs, because that's what they usually give out in non-revenue sports. She's like, parents are going, I just put $100,000 into the training. You give me a $6,000 scholarship. And the college coach goes, that's all I got. There is a misperception. There isn't money out there. Just because Michigan's putting up a $1 billion stadium, they're the same with scholarships as Eastern Michigan is. They both get 85. 85 not every year, 85 per team. You guys want to be Division I. Right? You guys are all here for big scholarships, right? There's 119 Division I schools. They can give out maximum 25 a year. And most schools don't give out 25. So you're going to say there's 3,200 Division I scholarships in football. 3,200. I just told you the other guys, 70 annually go to Michigan guys. If you're not offered by now, seniors, you're not a Division I guy because they're done. Juniors, what do you need to know? You want to be Division I? You get ready for the MAC camps. If you're being recruited by Michigan State, then you better get ready to go to their camp. Because they will offer you in their camp. That's how Division I works. They don't care about your high school senior season to be a Division I guy. They will offer you in their camp. So juniors, that's what you're preparing for. Go to their camp and you better be ready to go. Because they want to see who's going to be the athletes they're going to offer at their camp. 95% of Division I's are done by the time the season starts. Okay? So, what's the purpose? The money. Moms and dads. It's all about the money. College education is annually $20,000 a year. Where are you going to find that from? You going to buy a new car every year to put your kid in college? No. I told my 6th grader, you better be smart because I'm not paying for you. Okay? So, it's all about money. Here's your average scholarship. $8,700. Average college tuition is $20,000. Okay? 1 out of every 100 athletes are actually NCAA scholarship athletes. The rest are just walk-ons. All right? So it's the money game. Here's your, you take baseball. How many baseball players got in here? Non-revenue sport. Baseball, field hockey, track and field. They're non-revenues. They only have a certain number of scholarships given and mandated by the NCAA. But you got to know on a college campus how many your college campus that coach has. Even though in baseball they may give you 7, the coach may only have 3 scholarships. Oops. I can do it without it too, it doesn't matter. I apologize. Maybe I plugged in, I don't know. So anyways, I can do it blind. So when you look at what you're going to get with better, that ain't helping us. All right, so the NCAA, they're mandating this. The clearinghouse, here's what it's set up to do. The clearinghouse says you've got to have a Division I or Division II, a core GPA. It's been in existence since 1995. It started in 97 and they have all these rules. So it's nothing new to our schools. I've met a lot of counselors who are unsure of how it really works. They need to know how it works. Okay? So the 3 keys. Ability. Yes, if you're a Division I guy, you got to have ability. That's just genetics. You can't be a 6-foot lineman to play in Division I football. They have too many 6'5" guys to choose from. So ability, there is a part of it. The most important is academics. And I'll talk about it being a 2-lane highway. And then, of course, this character thing. All right? This character thing is an issue. We'll kind of talk about that. So ability, you got to know what you're looking at with your size. If you're a football player, you're not going to be a Division I if you're a 6-foot center. They have too many